Hello and welcome back to Connection to Excellence. And today in my show is the first man. It's Peter Koch. It's an entrepreneur and it's a business developer and owner. And I got Peter to know at a business coaching event here in Munich, and where he introduced us great drink, Get Up Fresh, what I can see here in the back. And maybe he will tell us a little bit about this drink. And I asked Peter if he's open for an interview to come in my show. And he said yes. I'm really glad that he came and that he said yes. And for everybody who doesn't know me, my name is Kornelia Müller, and I'm a leadership and high performance coach. So very welcome, Peter. I'm very happy that you are here in my show and that you tell us a little bit about your business, because I know already you have different business, not only this Get Up Fresh drinks, also other business. So please, Peter, it's your turn.
Thank you. Cornelia, first of all, thank you very much for having me, for asking me, and yes, giving me the chance to share some of my views and maybe have the possibility through this interview to meet new people and maybe, if possible, to help other people if they hear what problems I went through, that they might not have to do the same ones. I'll try to explain in short words what I actually do. I used to work on the stock exchange for 27 years, had my own bank. Sold the business about 6 years ago when I felt that business had changed so drastically that my heart was not behind it anymore. The next step was, what will I do now? I did some business development with some old clients. I got all my business done. Clients didn't pay. Didn't like that too much because I have a family, 4 kids. I want to put food on the table. And if your clients don't pay, it's a hobby and not a job. So after looking around, I had the idea, together with a partner of mine and a good friend, Professor Haenel, to invent a regeneration drink that can, number one, reduce muscle pain after sports. Number two, if you work a lot, it reduces stress. And number three, if you had to drink too much, it acts as an anti-hangover drink. For me, the important part was, after the financial markets, what can I do that is productive for other people? What helps other people? And this drink, because it has no side effects, it's all natural, and it helps you to detox and have less strain and stress in your body. I just felt this is great. So with my old learnings from the stock exchange, where you do all the business very fast, you buy, you sell, and up and down, and I started this company, Get Up. And now I'm working on it for 3 years, and things are building step for step. What I had to learn, nothing goes fast. So I was just focused on Get Up for, I mean, it's enough. It's a startup company. It's a family business, and I worked on it for 2.5 years, nothing else. And I felt that I was getting more and more into the box every day. And I was running circles, and I couldn't develop my business anymore, even though we're still at the beginning. So I started looking around, and before I could actually say I'll do something again in my old business, financial business, people came to me. I opened up, people came to me, and now I just started a position as CEO of a company, publicly listed company in Germany. It's a startup as well, because the business is just being put into the shell. I'm just building a publicly listed company in the US, and I'm supporting a company on blockchain development and financial development inside blockchain. And surprisingly enough, after I decided I need to open up, GetUp started running again. Much better. I was in better shape, number one. But number two, as I opened up, other things had the chance to come to me again. So for the last 4 months, great things are happening in GetUp. The company is now on the edge of really making it. We have 1,500 points of sales versus 30 in November. And now all the next steps have to come. But in short words, whatever you do, you have to have your heart behind it. And now with my new financial topics, the things I'm doing there, I really like because it's different than just trading on the floor. And things will always move ahead and come into place if you're willing to open up.
Great. So what was your biggest challenge to do this and how did you manage it?
The first challenge, I'm somebody who goes by the gut feeling. So most of the people that work on the financial markets are very analytic, and they will put everything into the computer, look, can this work, can it not work? Even before I worked on the stock exchange, I had business ideas, but I was scared to go that extra step. And my surrounding back then, beginning in the 20s, my parents would say, no, you're not going to do this. This is not going to get you very far. And I didn't have my own strength to say, yes, I'm going to do it. The business ideas I had back then are all in place with other people now, and franchises, and so on, so on. The ideas were right at the right time. That's a very, very important factor. If you feel that what you're planning to do is good and can be successful, that is number one. If you're just doing it because the numbers might match, I'm going to do this job, it's not going to work out. It might work out financially, it will not work out for you as a person to develop your character, because that's part of life as well and part of business life. So when I started GetUp, I knew in 2 days I'm going to do this. And after 2 days, I had the company name, I had the first design for a logo. After 5 days or 10 days, I had a song or music for the company. All these things, they just come from the energy inside of me. The important part for me, and the biggest challenge to start, is to focus on the important things. So energy is not my problem. Focusing on the things that have to be done now is very important. And when you start a company, you better watch out that you get all the underlying work done, that you set up your company in the right way. They're not saying, okay, great, I'm going to sell stuff, and suddenly you forget to pay your bills, you forget that you have to pay taxes, and so on and so forth. So starting your own business is always a lot of structural work. So the people that come more from the emotion, from the gut, normally fail their business on that part of not being structured enough and not being organized. Very important thing. That was one of the topics, even though I had run my own company for over 20 years on the stock exchange, I had to focus on setting everything up in the right manner. And the second thing, financing. If you start up a company, if you want to start up a business, and there are bills to pay, you need to set up, either you can finance it yourself, but a lot of business ideas, after a certain point, you need outside financing. And that is something I find is very time-consuming, very unnerving, very pressurable, And more than once was I thinking, what's wrong? Why isn't this working?
So I heard now that you really use a lot your intuition. Is that right? When you get these ideas, you follow your intuition?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And so did you ever have the feeling to give up?
That's a good question. Now, giving up is never an option. Yes, absolutely. Giving up is never an option. Sounds great. But the reality is, of course, you have situations where you do the stuff the 10th time. You know you have a great idea. Why isn't anybody believing in your great idea? Why am I moving ahead? I'm not making money. I got to feed my family. Yes, all these situations, I definitely thought about giving up, doing something else. But seriously, it's always a short-term scenario that I think about giving up. I then actually do analyze and say, does this business idea, is this just your own idea that actually there is no need for anybody to use your product? Or do you have to refocus on how you address the market? And number one, if you decide, actually, great idea, but nobody needs it, then you should really do something else. But if you can, okay, there is a market, and again, this is market analysis. Is there a market for my product? Yes. What am I doing wrong not penetrating the market? And then you don't give up because you have the next thing to work on and to succeed on.
Great. And do you also have feelings like fear? And how do you handle that?
Yeah, we discussed this before, and it's always a topic very important to me. We all know the sayings, kill your fears, and fears will hold you back. And I have a slightly different point of view on this topic. Without fear, humankind or mankind would not be where it is now. We would have all been killed and eaten by lions, whatever there is. Fear is something that can be very productive and very positive because it makes us think and evaluate on how to move along. However, our personal fears of not being able to succeed, your wife or your parents going to tell you, well, told you from the beginning you won't be able to make it. Those are the type of fears you need to overcome. And yes, for me, they're always there, but I work very hard on not letting them tie me down. So I look at the fears. What is it? What will I lose? What happens if I don't succeed? And so on. And that's for each and every person. I think that's a very, very important issue, not only in business, but also in our personal lives. Where do our fears originate from? Why are they there? Can they help us? If not, how can I beat my fears? How can I get them out of my system?
Yeah, great. And do you have any other recommendation for all the people who are watching this show, what they can do when they start a business?
How much time do we have? 3 hours?
No.
There's, again, I try to keep it short, but that's my female part of my character. I love talking, especially when it's a topic that I'm emotionally involved with. And one very, very, very important key factor for your business is your business plan. If you don't have a plan, don't even try. You will fail. And I'm 100% sure of that. Do you need to have the most perfect business plan with all the numbers worked out and depreciation and tax and no, that's not the point. Your business plan will tell you, what is my idea? And you're going to be surprised how difficult it is to write down the idea that you have in your head. Put it down. Write it down. Cut everything that's not needed. Focus on what you want to do. Next step, why do you want to do it? Same importance. And then look at the market. Does it make sense? Does your business case make sense? Now, if other people tell you that's never going to happen, forget it. Are you crazy? You can't do that? Doesn't matter. You have to decide, is there a market out there? If there is, how will I reach my clients? When I started GetUp, a lot of people said, because we actually started off with just one topic that was anti-hangover. And everybody said, oh, that's cool. I never heard of that. That's cool. It's never going to work. But hey, that's cool. It's like patting your shoulder. Everybody's, yeah. And somehow I felt, well, yeah, they don't really think I can do it. People from the market, because I had no idea how to work in the beverage market, were like, hey, you want to start a new business in the beverage market? It's going to take 10 million at least to get you started. I didn't care. I did it anyway. Now we're on the edge, on the verge of building a very successful company. Will it work out? Yes, I believe so. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. Do I get guarantees? No. There are no guarantees in life. Nothing. The only thing that's guaranteed is when you get born that you're going to leave. Anything else in between is what you make it. And sometimes I actually don't believe in luck. I think even for luck, you need to work. But if you do the underlying right, and now we come back to the business case, if you do that right and you believe in your case, you can definitely succeed.
Thank you so much. So, Peter, when people like to know you, where can they find you when they like to make business with you or are interested on your drink, for example? So where can they find you?
Well, with a drink, it's very easy. It's getup-fresh.com. That's the website. You'll find the email, and or through the contact formula, you can reach me. People that are interested in business development, I believe very strong in interdisciplinary business, where you connect with each other, where you use your network to grow your own business and other people's business. Much better than just trying to do everything yourself. Part of my business as well, you can also reach me through GetUp Fresh, because that website I'm just rebuilding. The old one didn't work anymore. I didn't like it anymore. So again, www.getup-fresh.com. Go through the form, the online form, or just go through the info email, and voila, I'll see your email and contact you.
Okay, so I will also put the link underneath so that people can find it very easily. So I thank you so much, Peter, that you took your time and to be in my show and to speak a little bit about your business, about your challenges, and give this recommendation. It was really, really interesting to listen to you. And I hope so too for you who are watching this show. It was a contribution for you. And you took some ideas for your business. And so I wish you really a great evening. Thank you again, Peter, that you was here, and a great weekend too. And we will see us next week again in Connection to Excellence. All my love to you. Bye. Bye, Peter.
Bye. And Kornelia, thank you very much. I was very honored to be on your show. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.